Alright, let's get real for a second. You've seen the headlines. AI is taking over. Robots are stealing jobs. Skynet is becoming more and more self aware. And it sounds like we're in a sci fi nightmare where we're all gonna end up as slaves to machines. But guess what? AI is already here. You know that. And it's not about to ask for your permission to take over your job. So instead of fighting it, it's time we start getting comfortable with our new robot overlords. Because honestly, the sooner we accept this, the better off we will be. Let me put y'all on game real quick with a little humor and some occasional swearing, because why not? It's the Summer Sambit, for crying out loud. So the first reason robots are gonna take your job is because humans have always been lazy. Alright, let's not sugarcoat it. Since the dawn of time, we've been coming up with inventions to make our lives easier. We're sick of walking everywhere. We were sick of walking everywhere, so we invented the wheel. So the first reason robots are gonna take your job is because humans have always been lazy. Let's not sugarcoat this, alright? Since the dawn of time, we've been coming up with inventions to make our lives easier. We were sick of walking everywhere, so we invented the wheel. Carrying water from the river was a pain in the ass, so we dug wells. The whole "I don't want to leave my house for food" led to the glorious creation of Uber Eats. Now enter AI, our next evolution, in our quest for the peak of laziness. And shocker, some of us are still complaining because the same people who used to whine about their commute are now whining about robots taking their desk jobs. Desk jobs. If anything, that should be the dream. It's what you wanted, didn't you? AI means you don't have to sit at your creepy cubicle and pretend to be productive for 8 hours anymore. Imagine it like this. We were all hunters and gatherers once, but then farming became a thing. You didn't see a bunch of hunters sobbing into their loincloths about having to retire their spears, did you? No, they adapted. Matter of fact, fast forward to now, AI is just the tractor in the next digital farm revolution, you may call it. And instead of planting seeds, it's a literal planting code. It's planting code. Imagine you're a coffee maker. Think of AI as the most efficient barista you've ever met. Alright, except this barista doesn't need sleep. He doesn't need to be paid, and it never screws up your order, ever. Now let's say you own a coffee shop this time. Alright, let me put y'all on game real quick. You've got the choice between a human employee who may or may not be hungover and an AI that's pumping out perfect espressos 24/7 without needing bathroom breaks. Which one are you choosing? Thank you. This is the same decision businesses are making every single day. They can keep paying humans to do repetitive tasks, or they can just bring in AI to handle things more efficiently and cheaper. Is it heartless? Maybe a little. But welcome to capitalism, my friend. Heartlessness has been baked into the cake since day one, and AI is just the next logical step. Now you might be thinking, but what about my job? Surely AI can't do that. Well, buckle up, buttercup, because AI is coming for everything. Office workers, truck drivers, doctors, accountants, even lawyers aren't safe. If a robot can analyze thousands of case files faster than your overpaid legal team, it's game over. Oh, but I work in a creative field. AI can't be creative. Wrong again. Have you seen what AI can do with art and music these days? We've got AI writing symphonies and painting abstract masterpieces like it's nothing. Go to Leonardo.ai or Ideogram if you don't believe me. Sure, it may not capture the tortured soul of Van Gogh, but the average consumer doesn't care, do they? Let's face it, most people can't even tell the difference between a Monet and a child's finger painting, can they? Now let's take a little trip back in time. Remember when horses were the go-to for transportation? And then boom, cars showed up and suddenly horses were out for a job. Horses were out of a job, pardon my Greece. They were probably horse drivers at the time that were saying, psh, cars will never catch on, they're bullshitting us. Guess who was out of work by the next decade? AI is the car in this analogy, right? And we're all the horse drivers. Whether we like it or not, the shift is happening and the smart ones are already learning how to adapt. The dumb ones, they'll keep insisting that AI can't do their job, right up until the moment it does. And then they'll be left standing there with their metaphorical reins in hand, wondering what the hell just happened. Here's the thing, AI taking over jobs isn't the end of jobs. That's what many people think. It's the end of boring, repetitive jobs. Remember when ATMs showed up? People thought bank tellers were done for, but instead bank tellers just shifted to more complex consumer service roles, dealing with like actual problems instead of handing out cash all day. It made life easier. That's what AI is going to do. It's going to make life easier. It's going to free us from the mundane, tedious, soul-sucking tasks you hate so that we can focus on jobs that require actual human ingenuity, basically. Think about it. Do you really want to spend your life doing data entry or folding clothes in a department store? AI isn't the villain here. You are villainizing it. It's freeing us from the chains of boring work so that we can pursue the stuff that really matters. It's like taking a 3-hour coffee break at your AI-run cafe, or working from home while Netflix is in the background, or while Netflix is playing in the background. You know that feeling when you buy furniture from IKEA and then you open the box to find a million pieces and a cryptic instruction manual that looks like it was designed by a sadist? That's what jobs feel like now. They are tedious, they are frustrating, and they are ultimately pointless. So AI in this case is like a magical screwdriver that just assembles your IKEA furniture for you. No blood, no sweat, or even tears required. Yes, the assembly part of the job is gone, but now you've got more time to focus on things that actually make you happy, like drinking beer while admiring the bookshelf you didn't have to build. Let AI handle the grind so that you can spend your time on tasks that require actual human creativity, empathy, and emotional intelligence. Areas where robots are still hilariously bad. Listen, alright, people fear what they don't understand. And AI is no exception. It's like when your grandma freaked out about the internet and thought it would steal all your money at one point. Now she's posting cat memes on Facebook as well as Jesus videos like it's second nature. AI is the next step in that same journey of technological adaptation. Yes, it's weird and a bit scary, but now, like it's a bit scary right now, but in a decade, you'll wonder why you never lived without it. Imagine if we'd been scared of computers back in the day. We'd still be faxing each other like morons. AI is still here to push us forward, to make us more efficient, and honestly, it's here to save us from ourselves. Who wouldn't want a little help from a machine that can calculate pi to the trillionth digit while you can't even remember your own Netflix password? So here's the bottom line. AI is better at some things than humans. It doesn't get tired, it doesn't make emotional decisions, and it doesn't need a lunch break. Yeah, I know it stings to admit it. Alright, it stings, but there are some jobs that AI can just do better. And it's time as a people you need to start accepting that. And instead of wasting money trying to outpace a machine, we should be focusing on the things that make us irreplaceable. So creativity, emotional intelligence, strategic thinking, that's where humans still have the edge. So instead of whining about how robots are stealing your job, maybe it's time to start learning a new skill. Right? You want to stay relevant? Become the human that works with AI and not against it. Be the one who knows how to train the machines, manage them, and put their skills to use in ways that benefit you. And look, pal, if you think the grass is so greener on the other side, go ahead, compete with AI, and then get fired faster than how fast it took you to get hired in the first place. And let me be blunt, the people who refuse to adapt to AI are going to get left behind. And in a cute, I still use a flip-phone kind of way. I mean left behind like blockbuster video stores, the extinct out of the job market, and wondering where the hell everyone else went. It isn't time to dig your heels and resist. It's time to evolve, it's time to learn, okay, and it's time to embrace the AI as the tool that it is. You didn't cry when a microwave replaced your campfire, did you? You didn't revolt when Netflix replaced blockbuster film stores. AI is the next logical leap. So stop acting like it's the enemy. Listen, AI isn't here to destroy humanity. Not yet, but save that paranoia for the sci-fi movies, alright? It's here to make things easier, faster, and more efficient. And if you're still clutching onto the past, hoping this AI thing will actually blow over, you are in for a very rude awakening. It's happening, whether you like it or not. So you got two choices. You got two choices, buddy. Adapt and thrive, or get left in the dust with the rest of the Luddites. And if you're convinced your job is safe, well, I hope you enjoy explaining to your future AI boss why you're irreplaceable while it calculates 10,000 times faster than you can form a sentence. So seriously now, embrace AI or get ready for a very long retirement on the wrong side of history. Goodbye.